Well, good evening, boys and girls. It's getting very late here. It's been an absolutely crazy day. I can't even begin to tell you the things that have happened. Not here, but somewhere else. People were involved with, people were helping. There was almost an extreme tragedy tonight, or earlier today. But praise the Lord, He took care of it. And so that problem is fixed. I just keep telling people, and I've said it on videos too, your day and your life can change at the blink of an eye. This week has been absolutely nuts. I tell you, the enemy is absolutely ruthless, and he doesn't rest. And it's very disheartening. That's why people need to be armored up, prayed up, and walking by the Spirit of God. And that's all Forrest Gump's going to say about that. Tonight here, very late, it's getting close to midnight, we're going to do the Christian and Training Devotional on day 17. And I'm not even going to try to squint, it's so late here. I'm just going to use my other set of eyes. We're going to go to Proverbs chapter 4. If you want to turn there now. I haven't actually turned there in my Bible. I have to go there. Almost there right away. Quick turn. All right, Proverbs chapter 4, verses 27-28. It says, "Ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Remove your foot from evil." All right, so let me take a look at this really quickly, and then we're going to read a little bit more to it. You know me, I don't just like reading a couple verses. I like to do several. All right, so let's go. See, that's verse 27-28. Let's read the whole thing. How about that? We'll get a whole chapter in for you here tonight. Proverbs chapter 4, wisdom is supreme. It says in verse 1, "Hear, O children, the instruction of the Father, and attend to know understanding. For I give you good precepts. Do not forsake my teaching, for I was my father's son, tender and the only beloved in the sight of my mother. He also taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my words, keep my commandments, and live. Get wisdom. Get understanding. Do not forget it, nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Wisdom is principal, therefore get wisdom. And with all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will place on your head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory she will deliver to you. Hear, my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in right paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction. Do not let her go. Keep her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not go in the way of evil men. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and pass on. For they do not sleep unless they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shines more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They do not know at what they stumble. My son, attend to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to all their body. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from you a deceitful mouth, and put perverse lips far from you. That's a good reminder for us as Christians today. Perverse lips, they have to go. Let your eyes look right on, and let your eyelids look straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Remove your foot from evil. Proverbs are good stuff, aren't they? All right. Day 17. The author says, horses do not naturally go in straight lines. I didn't know that. So horses don't naturally do this. I guess it takes practice. Usually they're kind of walking off, I'm assuming. They tend to weave to the left and right as they move, like any wild prey animal. Even when they follow a well-worn path created by other wild animals, you should notice that the path is rarely straight. This is a survival characteristic among prey animals. When a rider first begins to train a horse, she has to teach the horse to go straight. With gentle nudges from her leg and hand, the horse slowly begins to learn his boundaries. Some horses need a great deal of coaxing to learn straightness. Some will even require spurs to become more sensitive. It's like people. Some people need more training and discipline than others. A well-trained horse is a straight horse. Humans are much the same way. We wander and become easily distracted, rarely going in a straight line. But if we listen to God's gentle nudges, we too can learn to go straight. God, like a rider, may have to use increasingly hard nudges to get our attention, and Romans 8:28 comes to mind. Sometimes we have to make bad decisions, and they really get us in a pickle. But if we trust in the Lord and we're walking right, 8:28 in Romans will have God turn it around for our good. And sometimes a tragedy needs to happen for God to put Romans 8:28 into place. There will be a lesson from it, and it's for the good of everybody involved. Never forget that. Romans 8:28, when it occurs, no matter what the circumstance, God is turning what the devil meant to do harm. God will turn it around for the good of everyone involved. That's the God we serve. Don't forget that. It's very important. Let me read that last part again. But if we listen to God's gentle nudges, we too can learn to go straight. God, like a rider, may have to use increasingly hard nudges to get our attention, but He is a kind trainer who wants us to become sensitive to the smallest cue. I pray that we remain sensitive to His gentleness so He will not need to bring out His spurs. You guys know what those spurs are? The things they put the metal on the end of the boots where they hit the horse with the end of it and it really hurts, but it gets the horse doing what it's supposed to do. Sometimes God needs to take out His spurs and give us a good kick because we're just not getting the point. Sometimes God sends people to us to give direction about what His Spirit is saying, and sometimes we don't listen, and God certainly tries to tell us, but sometimes we're just so adamant about what we're trying to do. Whatever it might be in life. I've been there. People have warned me not to make bad decisions in life. They explained to me why they were going to be bad, and I would buck them. It's like, no, I don't need to listen to that. I know what you're saying, but that doesn't apply to me. And I can admit I was a bit prideful and arrogant, in my 20s. And sure enough, I went and did what I wanted to do, and in the end, it was bad. But because I turned my life around and came back to the Lord, He worked it out for His good. But just because Romans 8:28 applies doesn't mean that tragedy won't strike. A lot of bad can happen in your life, but God is working to turn it around. So let's not be stubborn. Let's learn the voice of the God, and let's learn to obey Him so He doesn't have to get those spurs out and use them on us. All right, I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting tongue-tied too. So have a blessed night, guys. We'll see you next time.